Yes.
He's going to keep the lights on, you know. I mean, do what you can.
Deal. I am a lucky one today. I get both of you.
You and America.
You and America.
Lucky to have both of us here.
You're welcome,
yes.
Allie.
Wow. Right
and
on
also
cue.
America.
Good to see the both of you. This will be fun. LeBron has been showing that he isn't slowing down anytime soon. As we get right to it, in Sunday's win, he had a triple-double, 30 points, 11 boards, 10 assists. He became the oldest player ever to score a 30-point triple-double, passing the late, great Kobe Bryant, who held that record prior. After the game, Coach Vogel heaped more praise on the King.
He was spectacular again. He's exemplifying, to find the right words, finding joy through hustle, and how it's really fun to pour it all out there on the floor and inspire your group. The effort that he's playing with is inspiring our whole group. And our team is playing extremely hard and defending and running the floor. And, we're making strides with playing extra pass basketball. We're still not quite where we need to be yet, but Bron's leading the charge in all those things, and he was terrific again tonight.
Just being aggressive. When he's aggressive and making the right plays and reads, our team is different. And tonight was another night where he imposed his will when he's able to do that, and he can do that every night. Our team is a different team.
What did you think of LeBron's blocks tonight? He had 3 that were all pretty highlight worthy, and when you see him getting up like that, what does that tell you about where he is physically and I suppose mentally also? It's
great. It's good energy booster for our team. It shows that he's making a second effort to be able to protect, especially when we're small. And it's big, just big for us, and I know it's big for him. It shows that he's able to still do that. He's been doing it for so many years, year after year. It's good to see.
How do I continue how I'm playing? I've been doing it for 19 years. Just keep doing what I've been doing. I feel like I'm getting better and better each and every day. I'm getting healthier and healthier, and it's results into me being in the right place at the right time. And I think, and as we continue to learn each other, I always told you guys we got to continue to log minutes. We continue to log minutes on the floor. We learn each other and we get better and better with one another. And obviously, communication is the most important thing. But as you continue to learn each other and log minutes, you're able to do things out on the floor without even saying anything. You can close your eyes and know where your guys are going to be out on the floor. So, we want to continue to. If we continue to log minutes and we continue to do what we need to do, follow the game plan, then we put ourselves in a position to be successful.
LeBron James continues to receive accolades in his 19th season. He was named the Western Conference Player of the Week. In 4 games, he averaged over 28 a game, shot 61% from the field, over 7 boards and 8 assists. It's the 65th time he's had the honor in his career, NBA record, if you will. We always say that father time catches up to everyone, but LeBron is surely testing that, guys. He's missed 12 games, but he has 30 or more BK in 8 of them.
Yeah, that's the contradiction here. It's like it's clear that at this point in his career, LeBron is a little more fragile than he was 10 or 15 years ago when he was bulletproof, and that he doesn't heal as quickly when things go wrong. And so that's something that the Lakers have to take care of, something they have to consider. But the on-court performance, particularly in the last couple games, since he kind of called himself out after that Clipper game, particularly on the defensive side, his engagement and his ability to dominate is still unquestioned.
I mean, I always say every athlete, there comes a point where their body stops cooperating, and that will eventually happen with LeBron, but it is not soon. And, that money that he reportedly spends every year on his body, just pure body maintenance, it is looking like one incredible investment.
If we all had $1 million.
I honestly wouldn't use it towards my body at this point. That's
Way
wasted.
to be honest.
I just feel like at this point it's throwing good money after bad. I mean, it's like at this point there's
$1 million
nothing that can be done.
$1 million is what I hear the number is. That's not going to fix this. Like in terms of going back.
You're saying you would need more?
Well, to get myself at a LeBron level, what I really need to do is spend that $1 million on a different body and have it transplanted onto like my head or my
then
neck.
there's that. Okay, well, let me ask you this then, because you speak at the level of play that he's at right now. He's averaging 37 minutes a night, roughly. That's the most since his last season in Cleveland, which I remember that year. It was a lot of miles put on his body. Is it sustainable?
I don't really want to know, to be honest. I mean,
You don't want it to be there.
Right.
Yep.
Could it be? Sure. I mean, LeBron has consistently shown that you put an obstacle in front of him, he'll figure out a way to do this. What he's doing already is unprecedented. Like, there is no template for what LeBron is doing with this type of mileage at this age, with these type of responsibilities. But do I want to test to see if he can do this? No, I'm willing to just assume that he can, and keep it moving and give him more help.
I like that.
Yeah, I just don't think you can't ask him to play 37, 38, 39 minutes a night and be this good on offense and do everything on defense and all these. You can do it at 32, 33, 34 minutes. And you bring that workload down a little bit, the minutes level down a little bit. Then I think you're okay and you have a chance to do it. But if you're asking to do all of it for the next 50 games plus into the playoffs, I do think that's too much, and you do risk wearing him down. The Lakers have to figure out a way to make those non-LeBron minutes better so that he can do what he's doing in 32 minutes a night, which is really where they wanted him to be at the beginning of the season. They're not there yet, because they just haven't had the results that they wanted over the first 20-something games.
Is that where you would like him to be? Because I think also going into the season, they brought in a guy named Russell Westbrook alongside a guy named Anthony Davis to either keep him at that number or even less, if you will.
I can live
32?
with 30. Yeah, 30, 32.
32.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, like with a couple of these blowouts, that's why I like the fourth quarter of the Magic games a little disappointing because, the Orlando never really threatened, but that was an opportunity you could have gotten LeBron off the floor for an extra 8 or 9 minutes.
Yeah, that's why it matters. I mean, beyond just the result, and what mattered most was the Lakers winning that game, keeping some of that momentum that they've had of late, and obviously they did not blow the lead as they've done several times this season with double-digit leads. That being said, though, like Brian mentioned, you wanted LeBron to not have to play that much in the fourth quarter.
That's what we hear a lot of from our Hall of Famer, Big Game James Worthy, on those nights. Do your work early and often so you buy yourself some time in that fourth quarter. There was a funny moment, however, in the win. Wendell Carter got his glasses knocked off, and LeBron scooped them up and did what every other 36-year-old would have done in the midst of an NBA game. Put them on. He tweeted about it, saying, "What the heck is wrong with me? Out there just having a good time while doing what I love to do." By the way, for Carter, that one looked like it hurt. There was some blood on the face.
Honestly, I'm glad that this turned out well enough for Carter that LeBron could feel comfortable joking about it.
Yes.
Because that could have been serious.
Absolutely.
They look good, though.
What'd you say?
Like, he looks good. Like, they kind of look good with the little, the shades on there, yeah.
Someone else thought the same, I guess, or enjoyed it. His name is Kevin Durant. He posted this: "Dog, this got me dying. Why, man?" At King James. LeBron responding saying, "Man, I don't know what is wrong with me." And I think we all ask that sometimes when those moments happen. LeBron had quite the night, though, on Sunday, but the Lakers were once again missing Anthony Davis, who missed his second straight game with a knee injury. Prior to the game, Coach Vogel gave an update on AD.
He'll be considered day-to-day. They did ultrasound on it. Everything's structurally intact. Just taking another day with the 2 days off before the next game. Hopefully put this behind us.
Is that something you would consider good news, just given anytime you have a knee soreness in that kind of situation?
Well, yeah. The fact that everything's structurally sound is definitely good news, yes.
Anthony Davis, guys, are we concerned about his health? Sure, he's had bouts in a Laker uniform at that, but to this point, AK, he's only missed 3 games, 28 in.
I believe I speak for all Laker fans when I say I am always concerned about Anthony Davis's health. I mean, it's just, look, you may be correct that he is seen as missing more games than he actually does, but the reality is he does miss games. When we saw it last year, it really affected the Lakers adversely during the playoffs. It was a big reason they got eliminated in the first round, and this has been a thing for Anthony Davis over the course of his career. And he falls so awkwardly. He always ends up on the ground in ways that look worse than it actually is. But
he's coming from almost 7 feet up.
I'm not blaming him for it. I mean, it's not his fault.
But a lot of people say
it's
that.
It's scary looking.
Yeah.
I just think most fans watch Lakers games like they watch in the horror movie when the person's about to run the corner. You kind of cover up your eyes. You don't want to stop watching because something interesting or cool might happen, but it's deeply unsettling to watch Anthony Davis play basketball because the range of emotions is too high. When he's dominant, it's amazing, but then you're constantly worried that every time he falls on the ground, he's not going to get up and be all healthy.
And when you talk about guys, too, at 27 years old, he's in his prime. And so you think of that, you talk about the expectations and the want to see him next to LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. I do credit him, though, for many times this season already pushing through different elements.
Oh, he started out the preseason saying that he wanted to bounce back from last year, which wasn't a bad season, but it was disappointing by his standards. And he's been looking to hold himself to that standard, but at the same time, you get nervous every fall.
Absolutely. From one injury to the next, back with the Lakers, Trevor Ariza was making some progress on the court. He was working out with the South Bay Lakers on Monday. According to Shams of The Athletic, the Lakers are hopeful Ariza will return within the next 1 to 2 weeks. Ariza has yet to play a game with the Lakers this season. BK, good to see the optimism regarding Trevor. We've heard about the role in which Frank and the coaching staff expected and hoped for Ariza, a large role. Do you see that happening?
It's not so much that I think he's going to play a lot of minutes. He's coming off a long injury. He's an older fellow in the league. Fits right in with the rest of the roster in that regard. But you don't want to pile up too many minutes, but what he does do is unlock a lot of roster and lineup combinations, because now you actually have somebody who can swing between that 3-4 position and guard multiple forward spots. That allows Frank Vogel to go small with more versatility than he can currently, because right now you got LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony basically, and then Talen Horton-Tucker if you want to put him on certain wing players, whatever. There's not a lot of optionality there. This gives Frank Vogel many more choices that he can make with somebody who knows exactly what to do defensively, knows what role he needs to play offensively, so he can make a bigger difference than you might think for someone just kind of looking outside at Trevor. It's Trevor Ariza. Well, it matters.
But to your point, he provides that versatility and is comfortable doing it. Not a lot of